Hello, good evening. It's the 21st of May. It's 7 o'clock, and as you can see, it's just me tonight so far. Mark's having some scoff at the moment. He'll be on as soon as possible. Come a little bit early because I'm spending some time with Swimbo. So, hello to everybody. It's really quite weird here, sat here talking to myself. But hey, these things happen. So, carrying on with the 132nd tornado build. I'm doing BOS, ECM and tanks tonight. Shoulder pylons are done, as you can see, so they're all done. So I'll have to nip those off, sand them back. The BOS pod, lots of filler, especially around the back end in there. And just ignore the green, that's just come off my cocktail stick. So I'll be doing that and finish off building the BOS and sorting that up. So time to crack on, I believe. So drop your comments in the comments box. Say hello, tell us what you're up to. Evening model making trucker, how you doing? You at home, you staying safe? You building? Let us know what you're building. So if I go quiet, I apologise profusely because I'm a bloke and I can't talk and make models at the same time. Well, I'll rephrase that. I can't talk and concentrate at the same time. There you go. Just get this bit sanded down. You can pop it on. Cool, so all good. So you're home today, back at work tomorrow. I take it obviously from your name, you're a trucker and you're working on your channel. What are you working on at the moment? Anything interesting? Right, so there's that done. I need 188 as well. There we go. Not used to this without Mark being here. just glue this bit on, then I'll pop across and have a look at your channel tracker. I'll go and subscribe to it. Right, there we go. Just going to have a look at your channel. Oh wow, what scale's that, trucker? That's going to be awesome, that is. Oh wow, what scale's that? Sorry about that. Let's pop across. Yep, thanks for subscribing, Model Trucker, as well. I'm just going to scoot across to yours. Right, there we go. Thank you very much for subscribing, and I've subbed back. So, okay, I will have a look at your intro later on. Okay, so Wildcat is 1/72nd. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at those. Yep, sorry about that. Notifications as usual. Yep, look forward to having a look at those. All right, that's cool. Looking for, I'll have a butcher's at 1/72nd Wildcat if you're doing it like that. That's going to be quite interesting. Oh, I do wish Marc could hurry up. Okay, let's just clean that little. I've got to say, the detail on here is so poor sometimes. So poor. Considering it only came out last year, they've used the old 1996. Was it 96? In a second, I'll tell you which year they used. It was, yeah, 96. So most of it has got good detail on it, but there's certain parts that are absolutely horrendous. There's absolutely sweet Fanny Adams on them. Can't have that one done. So Yep. Sorry about the bane. Somebody digging in the garden by the sounds of it. But then it is the weather for it. Especially in the evening. It starts to cool down a bit. Well, obviously by your name, I take it you're a trucker then. So what do you truck? Who do you truck for? And do you model while you're trucking? I like trucking, I like trucking, I like trucking, and I like to truck. Sorry, flashbacks. Wants to encourage people into the hobby by showing you can take a starter kit set and just use what's provided in the kit without buying all of this stuff like airbrushes, etc. No, you don't. You just need the basics. I think that's one of the reasons why I got into making my channel, is things like foam sanders, DIY glue. They're cheaper to make, but people tend to go for the easy option, which is fair enough if that's what they want, but it was because of what happened to me that I ended up making all this lot. Lost my job due to an injury and just found myself not having the money to buy sanding sticks, glue, and all the other stuff. I think the two biggest killers were glue and thinners, acrylic thinners. And if you have a look, you'll see that I do both, and they're not hard to do. Just be careful because it's chemicals. You've got this kit in your stash, have you? It's. I'll show you what I mean. I don't know whether you've seen the other ones, but I'm doing the old 16 Squadron Jet Fox Hotel. That one. And luckily, that's the underside of the nose. As you can see, absolutely no detail whatsoever. As bare as a badger's jobby. There you go. Nothing. Nada. Niet. But because it's going to be on its nose, luckily I don't have to worry about it. So you work for Turner's, mainly carrying food stuff and pallets. You say you don't model in the truck. There's not enough room, time, and lighting. I bet. If anybody else is watching, you fancy joining the chat, please comment. Let us know what you're up to. Anything you want to ask me, please fire away. Right, where's the other bit? Yeah, so fingers crossed, Mark should be here in a bit, and then we can crack on. Oh, you plonker. Marvellous. I've just cut a bit off I shouldn't have cut off. Oh well, I'll have to scratch that, get that on. Right then, where's me little... So I've got to do that little bit there. See how close that is. Okay, this is the fun part. This is where it goes twing. I'm going to lose it. Okay, move that out of the way because I'll probably scratch that. Let's have a butcher's. Come on. It's a bit big. Good old dollop of glue. That's what I love about my homemade stuff. It grabs straight away. But it still gives you that few seconds to move it around. And I can trim that down a bit once that's set. Which means I'm going to have to hold off on the buzz. Right, sipping ketchup. Hi Dexterous Crafter, thanks for tuning in. Oh, tell me about it. It's like such concentration. That's why I wasn't chatting. I can't. I daren't. So, what are you working on, Dexterous? Anything of interest? Oh. Oh, I've just subbed to you, Dexterous. Ah, Lewis and Nat. I recognise those names. You're the guys who sit at the end of each end of the sofa and chat to each other. How you doing? You all right? Right, let's have a crack on with this bad boy. Take the rest of this off. If you're interested, before the show, I used some of that Mr. Dissolve putty. It's things like that work so well. I don't mind buying. I'm quite willing to pay for that because it just does so. It's just so good. But the problem is in this weather, because it's so warm, it just dries really, really quickly. So just pop a bit on, let it dry, then sand it back. But I just use a very thin layer. Take that back, get it down a bit. Okay, I've gone into those. I need to sand those marks out. I'm too heavy on the 240. Just get rid of those marks and that should be good to go. Oh, cool. I'll have a look at that, Dexterous. I don't know whether you've seen, I sometimes show my missus's work. She builds these little house type things. And she does needlecraft as well. Yes, good. Glad you're good. Better when you're at work. No, when I put this on, I always use a cocktail stick. That one's quite blunt. Depends sort of what area I'm doing. I'll either use, normally it's something like that, but if it's really fine areas, just use a fine cocktail stick and I'll just taper it down a little bit just to give me a really nice fine point. Here you go. Don't know whether you can see it on the underside of there. Let's have a look. Just, it's not going to show on there, is it? Just on the back one, just in front of there. Oh, there you go. You see it there. There are holes. You can just about see it on there that need filling. So I'd fill that with using a very fine cocktail stick. Okay. Take care, Dex, and just remind them of the carpet monster. That should keep them quiet for a bit. Yeah, one night when Mark's on, I'll show you some of Lisa's work. She's outstanding at it. Not only is she an outstanding building modeler, she's also a very talented singer. I hate people like that. It's really not fair. And there's me slogging away, just trying to make it look at least a bit decent. How have I got a doggy hair poop caught in there? Oh, good Lord. Come on now. There we go. Where was I? Okay, that's... Gonna have to prime that, see if there's any raised bits or anything that needs playing with. Well, at least you don't have to worry about the Boz pod. For a change, they've got it right. The 1/72 scale Boz pod, that goes on the right hand side, on the starboard side. A nose face away from the jet. On the 1/72, they've got it the other way, so it fires into the jet. What a mistake. Oh, that's not fully dry yet, so I have to leave that bit. Get these sides done. I'm going to have to make some more sanders because all my really soft ones have gone. I've had them for about 2 years now. So it'll last a hell of a lot longer than the ones you buy. That's 400. There we go. No, don't. It's not dry yet. Stop it. What time is it? Okay, not a problem, mate. You take care. We all know the carpet monster exists, mate. Yep. 7:30. Another hour, and I have to feed my sourdough starter. If you're watching this, Carl, then thanks for the tip. I had a look at that Irish lad. Very good. Copying his the way he's doing it. Oh, no, don't stop it. You're getting too keen and eager. It needs to settle. I've got to wait for I've got some Dymo tape coming. I'm going to use that for rescribing lines. Can't remember where I saw it. Saw somebody using Dymo tape in it. It's like, oh, I like the sound of that. I like the look of it because it looks pretty easy. But you probably have to do your rescribing before you paint and everything. So you don't, well, I say paint, I mean prime. So you don't pull any of the primer off. So all I'm just doing is knocking back Mr. Dissolve putty. That seems to be all right. I'm just going to take the dust out of these. I'm not trying to rescribe these all. Yeah, that only comes back down and then around about here it goes back across. Just gently taking the dust out, so I'll see where I've got to do the rest of it. I see the edge of the putty and I'm just evening that off very gently. Just take it down. As you can see there, this should be flat all the way back. That needs a bit more job in there. So I'll put that in. I have a funny feeling that Mark's been told off and he's told he's not allowed to come online tonight. He's made an excuse that he's got to eat. I don't believe you, Mark. I think you're lying. And I think you're lurking as well. But it's not a problem, mate. What do you expect from Jag Grand Crew? At least he's not Harriet Grand Crew. There we go. Right. Let's see how. Oh, good God. Let's do another piece. That's a better size. There we go. Look at the grab on that. And you can still move it around. And it looks quite good. So this time, put a dab more glue on it. And leave the little tinker to dry properly rather than being too keen and eager. Give me a second, I'll pin you the link. So glad you could make it, Mark. There you go. So, excuse me, just waiting for Mark to come in. So, get this done, then we'll go for the big Hindenburgs. Get those made. And then we can send them back. Then I've got to break the living daylights out of those. Because it all got smashed up. Right, here he is.
I said I'd be a smidge on. I'd be a smidge on the late. Then I thought I can't join because the bugger ain't sent a link.
Oh, you should have been here for 7 o'clock. You knew it started at 7. You knew it started early.
I know it started at 7, and I do apologise for my lateness, viewers and
So
Steph.
you should.
Oh Lord and Master, but
Please,
had a slight little bit of a crisis.
Oh, good Lord! Anything you can talk about? No, he's just frozen. The crisis has affected him that badly that he's back again. Yay!
Sun's bike had knackered itself. I don't know how. I haven't had a full chance to have a butcher's at it yet. So,
what is it?
A bike.
Pedal bike or motorbike?
No, pedal. Do be serious.
Okay. How you getting on, mate? Where you up to? What are you doing?
I will be starting with the cans, the engine cans.
All right. They go together quite nicely.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, sweet.
So they're not too shabby at all.
No, not at all.
Just working on the Boss and ECM.
Right.
When you do your your ECM pod,
Yeah.
you'll have to do these little bits here.
They're the bits like the little haunches that go on the sides.
Yep, they are parts 184 and 185.
Yeah.
Where they have put the sprue is right next to those parts.
With the little spigots.
Yes, and I found that out because I snipped that one off, so I had to cobble it back together. Done quite a good job there. But you can see there where they go. Yep, you can see there where they go.
Yeah.
And it's the sprue is right next to it, so just be careful of that.
Yeah, will do, mate. Thank you for that.
It's all right.
Ouch. Right, let's play hunt the rest of the sprues. Well, I've got this kit open. I've got my Phantom open for Modeler's Mess, which I should make tomorrow because I'm not working it. Hey!
How come?
I'm on holiday now.
All right. How long you got
off? Tomorrow and all of next week.
Nice.
Well, this week is normally the week that we have off, with it being sort of like half term, and we normally depart for Ireland down south for a week. But since this current pandemic has put paid to all travel restrictions, for the moment anyway, we resigned to being up home. So
yeah, cool.
And then not only that, Monday's my daughter's birthday.
That would be a good reason to stay off.
That's a good reason to get hammered. I treated myself to a new gift the other day, or yesterday.
What was that? Your glue? Your paint?
Well, apart from that.
Oh, a watch. Oh, nice. Where'd you get that from?
Downloaded. If you have a smartwatch, then you download an app called Mr. Time, and somebody called Griff put them on.
All right. Good lad.
And he's put 4 on. 3 designs of the Armourer's badge and a bomb disposal badge.
Cool.
All available for free download.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well, I got my paint today.
You got yours already?
No, I bought it today.
Oh, so I see. Sorry.
Just waiting for it to come through.
Yeah.
I bought something else as well. Oh yeah, the gloss black primer.
Oh yeah.
So prime whatever metallic parts you're doing with the gloss black.
Yeah.
And then
well, the only metallic parts I'll be doing is just basically the thrust buckets and heat shields and whatever.
There is one more that they don't show. There's a band there behind the Boz pod. Give me a
Right.
second to show. I think I've got a picture. Yeah, I have. Just show me screen.
Oh, these are going to take a bit of bloody filing. Where's my round one? There we go.
Okay.
Oh, how many? Infinity.
And beyond. Oh, wrong one. Oh, God. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That bit there.
All right.
It's a dull metallic grey.
Yeah, I've got one of them.
It's a little bit shiny, but that's where the chaff comes out of. That goes back in and it kicks all the chaff out.
Yeah. So if it's not in use per se, like if it's on the ground, wouldn't it be all closed up?
It's all closed up like that.
Oh, that is closed up. Right. Okay.
It's closed.
Like, sweet.
That actually slides forwards.
Uh-huh.
And it chucks all the chaff
out the back once
yeah,
it's exposed to the airflow.
Yeah, and there's the flares, but it's got those little blades. They disrupt the airflow, so allowing the chaff to come out.
Yeah. The last thing you want is it coming out into clean air.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find a better one. Nope. Nope. Yeah, it's a black and white one, but there you go. See it there.
Yeah. Just above your cursor.
Yep.
Righty ho.
So stop sharing. There we go. Right, give me a moment. Back in a sec.
Alrighty.
I need to pay a visit.
Well, if there's anybody watching, hello, good evening. My apologies for being late. And as Steph said, this is the 132nd Revell Tornado GR1 in golf colours. As I say, just a quick pointer as to where I am. Both Steph and I are waiting for the correct paint. Whether he has some or not, I don't know, or not enough. I don't have any at all, and tried to make my own, or mix my own. Failed dismally. So both and I are waiting on a delivery of Alclad 2 Desert Pink paint. So in the meantime, it's just carrying on with the sub-assemblies. In my case, this time, it's just the rear of the, well, it's just the engines and the cans and fairing. So all should be going rather swimmingly. So what's everybody up to themselves? What you got on your bench? Plenty of interesting things, I hope. I've just secured myself a 1/24 Airfix Hellcat with a load of PE and resin. So that should be a fun build in itself. Although from what people have said with regards to the reviews of it, that may be another matter. All right, now they need colouring on the internals. So burnt metal, jet exhaust. Was ist M? Excuse me. L and M even. No, that can just be burnt iron. A bit of smoke over the top. That doesn't need to be nuts.
Sorry about that. Call of
No,
nature. Yep,
All super.
Swinburne wanted a bit of chocolate.
Ah, dear.
Because she's working on her new model at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've just looked at the colour codes for these cans.
Yeah.
And for outer ring,
Yep.
it says it needs to be copper metallic, leather brown matte, and anthracite matte. And that'd leave it a tad brown, and I don't think they were that.
Best bet is to have a look at pictures.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate that, but when you're using the device that you normally use for pictures of whatever as a camera,
Yeah.
and my current source and font of all knowledge of all things Tonka is yourself.
Yep. True.
It's easier to ask you. Well, that bananas, I ain't doing them brown. It looks odd for a start. A dark metallic grey or a very dark silver, dull aluminium sort of thing, and then smoked over. Yes. Not bloody brown. Sorry, but I disagree with that one.
Yeah, you're right too.
After all, we have knowledge of such matters. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
No, wasn't me, Chief. I didn't sign the 700.
Yep.
Well, decals from Etum are ready to pick up. I'll be picking them up Saturday.
Nice. So you can crack on with that a bit more.
Yeah.
Good.
This is a shame, really, because I've missed it.
Oh.
Well, it's the first real sort of like Tamiya aircraft kit I've worked on. And you hear so much, well, of that size anyway.
Yeah.
And you hear so many good reports about it. Oh, it's a brilliant fitting kit. It all just slots together. No filler needed on anything. No flash. No fit issues.
Ah.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought, I've never built a kit that hasn't yet.
Cool. Well, model making truckers back. Hey again. That's Lewis. You know the couple that sit on their sofa and talk via Facebook?
The what?
They've been on the Models for Heroes a couple of times. Or is it
Yeah.
Saturday Night Crash?
Oh, yeah.
Him and his wife, they sit on the sofa and chat via the interweb to each other. What's the betting these buggers ping off? Yep.
Like that.
Oh, good Lord. So I have to sit here and hold it until it's stuck. Oh, it's great fun. Is Model Making Trucker is asking you, what kit is that, Mark?
This kit, my friend, is the same as Steph's, the 132nd Revell Tornado GR1, the Gulf War edition. But the other one I have on my, well, to the right of my bench is the Tamiya 132nd Phantom F4C D model.
And what are you going to do with it?
It's a C&D model that has come with paint instruction or paint list and instructions and decals for Colonel Robin Old's old scat in Southeast Asia colours, Southeast Asia Command, Vietnam era. But considering I already have an F4C, I have the Academy 148 scale, which is done up in said colours and said aircraft as well, to be brutally honest. This one is going to be painted up and sprayed up and decaled up as an F4J USS America. It's only for myself. It's not historically accurate or with regards airframe type or model, whatever. It's only for my own enjoyment. My kit, my build. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it, is because I've already got an F4C or C or D model. So this one, I just want something different. A friend of mine has just done the same kit. Well, the Tamiya F4J 132nd scale. He's done his as the Rockin' Rhino. So all the other spare decals that he's got, including some aftermarket ones, he's thrown my way, which is very nice of him.
Yeah, that's a bonus, isn't it?
Yes. He's an all right chap, is Mr. Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
He's taught me everything I know with regards to airbrushing. Because pretty much this time last year, when I was just post-op, he kind of took me under his wing and still is, in a way, in teaching me.
Cool.
Which for, how can I say, I won't say a new modeler, but a returning modeler, when your confidence is, oh, do I or don't I, he will give you the confidence to say, yeah, go on, do it.
Cool.
Do it, try it. If you don't like it, then you'll
Don't
know
worry
better for
about it.
next time.
Yep. Oh no.
Steph, now what you done?
No, these Hindenburgs, the vast majority of them are raised panel lines.
Yeah, well, Houston, we have a problem.
No, not really.
Oh.
It's just going to be a pain putting back in.
Yeah, they are and all. I've got my paint test piece, and yeah, they are. That's a bit odd. I say, dear boy, it's just not cricket.
No, it's not.
I think it's time I changed my thinners in there. Mucky as hell. Mind you, I think to be fair, I can get rid of the entire bloody jar. So, well done to beat. Henceforth, the new container. How to pee off the missus? Nick a Yankee candle out of it. Need some more IPA and all at some point.
Oh, good luck with that one.
Yeah, I know.
I paid 16 quid for 5 litres about 4 months ago. It's now about 75 quid for 5 litres.
Never.
Yep.
Bloody hell.
It's the main ingredient of hand wash, isn't it?
Yeah.
and they're just not able to. Make it quick enough.
Well, I'll see if my lass is being a care assistant, whether she's got copious quantities of said hand wash, hand gel, whatever. And if so, I'll be washing my brushes in hand gel. Now there's an idea.
Yo.
Right. You have to bear with me a minute. I'm going to have a slight cheeky.
No problem.
I can still hear you and am susceptible to comments.
Susceptible to something.
No comments, Steph. Now. You said you'd never divulge that information publicly. You swore after last time.
Well, you know what I'm like. Oh, got a bit of catching up to do. Sorry. Oh, the Tamiya one. Yeah. So you've already explained it to that. He said, "Oh, that sounds like a nice kit."
Tamiya? Yes.
Yeah. He said, "Okay, sounds interesting, and I'm in full agreement. It's your kit. Do it how you want. Don't matter what anyone else thinks." No, it doesn't. Things that when you get people turning around and say, "Well, that's not right, and this is not right, and the other's not right," you say to them, "Okay, where's your model?"
Yeah, exactly.
Let me come and have a look at yours.
Yeah, precisely. But yeah, an awesome kit by the looks of it, and it doesn't so much as glue together, but screw together.
Oh, okay.
For a scale, that is the entire, well, I say the entire length of the fuselage, except for the radome at the front.
Yeah.
But you have two screw points on the fuselage which attach to the wing, there and above it.
Got you.
They screw in direct. The tail plane screws into that point. Two other securing screws there. And again there. And again for the cockpit tub. It just all screws in.
Are there any screws that are external?
No, they're all covered. All screw heads are covered up.
Cool.
The ones for the fuselage attachments to the wing attached to the lower wing section, and then you glue obviously the top section onto that.
Got ya.
So all screw heads are covered.
Nice.
It's beautifully panel lined, so giving this a wash will be an absolute joy. Help! But the details I've seen on my mate's Phantom, by Christ, pardon my French, that is outstanding. The one he's done, absolutely. I'll take a screenshot of it, Steph, and I'll buzz you the pic of it over.
Cool.
It is absolutely stunning. But yeah, that'll be my F4J. Yeah, and just to reiterate, this is the lower half of the wing section for it. And as you can see, you got the two spars there where the fuselage screws into. You've got a screw hole there in the undercarriage wheel well. That's where the front undercarriage leg screws into the kit, which also then goes through into the bottom of the cockpit tub. So it joins it that way. Then you also have screw points for the rear undercarriage legs.
Right, if you can stop there, Mark.
Dad, you need to clap. It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock, Mark.
Yeah, she normally says I've got the clap, so it's quite a change. Clap for the NHS. Proud of everybody in it, and all care assistants and key workers, of which I am one.
And also, don't forget military.
And the military, yes, they are not key workers; they are essential. And there goes the obligatory firework.
Huh.
Oh, Lars!
Clap! You're clapping. You're clapping.
Oh, crumbs. Mark's getting his ear bent. Bloody hell, cowbells. Horses. Oh, we've got a lot tonight. There's that one put together. Let's put all the fins on.
I feel like going down to Halfords tomorrow and getting a whacking great air horn for next Thursday.
Yeah, the guy next door had one of those last week. Not last week, week before. Take the flash off these. Wrong way around. Very good.
Nicked it and saves that off. Oh, screws everywhere.
What have you done?
Drop me in the mud.
Oops, a daisy.
That's all right, they weren't built. Still on sprue. How can you say you cocked up on the 60-odd pod with the two spigots on the side? How can you cut them off? They're nowhere near the bloody sprue.
Yes, they are. There's only one that's near the sprue.
Nah. Those two pieces.
Give me a sec. Let's have a look.
Those two pieces in the middle of my palm.
Yep. If you have a look closely, give me a sec. Let me just bring you full screen. You see the bit of sprue that is nearest to you.
Yeah.
You see, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You see the arm that's coming out?
Yeah.
That is right next to one of those little spigots. And it's the same on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm. Easily done if you're a novice, I suppose.
Ha-ha.
Ha-ha! I'm here all night. Thank God I didn't shake that. Oh no, I spilled it though either way.
What have you
Club.
spilled?
Burnt metal paint.
Oh, lovely. Well done.
That's you distracting me, that is.
Yeah, it's all my fault. I did that, yes, of course.
Yes, yes.
I came round and shouted, boo, behind you.
Yeah? Glad you admit it. Oh, sticky hand. I thought, no, I've got away with it. And then boys, my hand wet. Oh, no. Right. This one should be fine with burnt metal with just a light coating of smoke just to tone it down a tad.
Yep.
Yeah, so that bloke with the Airfix Hellcat is keeping it for me.
All right, nice.
One of my mates said, oh, you best watch out. It's got so many bloody bad fitting issues. And I looked into it and I thought, and I read a couple of other reviews. And I said to him afterwards, not nearly as much as what the fit issues with your Typhoon you're going to be doing as.
Which Typhoon's he doing?
The World War II bubble canopy job.
Oh, the Airfix one.
Yeah.
What, 132nd?
24.
Well, 124. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that one.
I mean, that having seen some other people's versions of that one, how they've done it, and how it looks on the builds with regards the frame that you build up for attaching the wings to. It's an engineering work of art.
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
It does.
You've got to test fit.
Yeah, you've got to be so
check.
precise with it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, check and check again.
Yep. Right then, folks. I've made me Hindenburg, one of them. So I'm going to knock it on the head now, Mark.
Okey
Thank you very much for joining me, mate. Really appreciate it.
I do apologise for my lateness.
So you should. Thank you very much for joining us, guys.
Same time Sunday.
I hope you've enjoyed the show. Remember, if you like the channel, please click subscribe, like it, and ring the bell, and you'll get notified next time we're on. And as Mark just said, we will see you Sunday evening. Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Happy modelling. Stay safe. Cobblers.